To absolutely no one's surprise, we are going to be working on another costume today. And I will call it a costume only because it is very recognizable as a costume. That's right, I'm going to be doing the fabled Atonement green dress. Actually, I'm going to be following a tutorial. I don't think she ever meant for it to be a tutorial, but Makara Tours did a version of this dress, I think a year or two ago. Oh, Makara Tours did this video in March 2021, so it's not even as old as I had initially thought it was. I'm pretty sure she did not intend for this to be used as a tutorial, but I'm using it as a tutorial. I will be doing things differently for certain parts of it, because even when I'm following a tutorial from a YouTuber, I still can't entirely follow directions. So that's, I mean, it's good that I'm consistent, right? I'm just going to be following what Makara says, and I don't know how helpful that will be because she uses very unconventional measurements. So hopefully I'll be able to guess. I will put together a pattern with tissue paper, and then I'm actually going to do a mock-up for this. The material that I got for this is slightly off depending on the lighting that you're looking at the dress in. This is the material I have. It is a lovely Kelly green, I would call this. It's a satiny feel. I don't remember exactly what type of material this is. I believe I have 5 yards. If nothing else, I'm going to do a mock-up of the top part first before I cut into this because I'm nervous. Oddly enough, everything else I've been kind of like, I mean, whatever, I'll fix it as we go kind of thing. But like, I want to get this right. Not even necessarily so that I can like wear it out and about, but more so because I want to do better than I've been doing. I want to make it more accurate and actually look nice. Here's hoping, I guess. Gotta say, it kind of looks like her piece, so that's good, right? That's not bad. I don't have a lot of space, but that's okay. Now what we're gonna do is I guess we're gonna drape it on and see how it looks. I know in Makara's video that she did a slightly different shape than I did. She did it to where the seams are on the sides, and I don't want that. I think I would get the best look out of it if I did the seam in the back and not just moving it from the two in the side to one in the front, one in the back, but just in the back, and put a zipper in the back, even though it doesn't have to be a very long zipper. In fact, I can probably use one of the 3-inch zippers that I used on the Alex shirt. I can probably use that because it's very open in the top portion and very fitted around the butt, but then very flared out and flowy in the bottom half. So I should only need a small zipper to be able to get it to that snug spot around my tuchus. That would mean having to decide on whether or not I'm going to do the crazy, complicated looking back, or if I'm just gonna take the detour and just do the front. Can't tell if I misjudged the measurements or if the clothes I'm wearing are having a lot bigger of an impact on sizing differences than I originally thought. Either way, I'm gonna have to add an inch or two on both sides of the skirt, as well as about half a foot in length. I'm gonna go ahead and lay this out on the fabric and see if my opinion on things change or not. In Makara's video, she said that she did do a fabric piece and a lining piece together, but when she was finished with it, she said that she felt like that was too heavy. And I feel like since this material that I have is so lightweight, that I'm probably not going to have that issue. Okay, so I've measured my waist where I will be wanting the top to be meeting the bottom. And now the next thing I need to do is measure from where the waist part will be meeting to where I want the bottom of the skirt piece to end. And it's basically floor length. Like I feel like it's just above the floor so that she can actually move and walk through it. But so I went ahead and measured that. Should be long enough without having to compromise on how long I want this to be. Not only would that be a compromise, it would be an unacceptable compromise because I don't think that this dress in particular would look good as a T-length dress. I I don't think it would hit the same if you could see half of my calf. It wouldn't be right. So even worse if it were like high-low, and oh boy. I actually added an inch just in case for the hem. It's not quite long enough because this is my ankle right here, and this, I'm still gonna have to do a hem. Even if I do a really small one, you're gonna be able to see my whole ass ankle, and I don't know if that is gonna be too short. Okay, so I think what is happening is this part is kind of pointless right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the whole thing out, and do what I'm thinking is going to be right. Doing very small pleats along here, and I'm going to replicate that on this side. And by doing that, that'll make this kind of want to, like all of the material kind of want to pleat. It won't do it by itself unless I iron it, but it'll want to pleat more than it'll want to lay flat. So what I will do is I'm giving it that little bit of kind of will, and then I'm going to tie the dangly bit around it, and that will like help facilitate a little bit of the pleating. So it'll be a gather but a pleat at the same time. It's weird, and the more that I talk about it, the more confused I get. Back part, I don't want to be getting in the way of the zipper, obviously, and I don't want to be making it too tight to where I can't get it on. I'm going to attach one side here of this guy, and then the other side here of this guy, do a like a gathering thread through here on both sides and gather them up to a point. Once this is all gathered up, like have one go down and one go up like this or like this. I don't know, it's a weird crisscrossing thing, and you don't get a very good view of it, unfortunately, from the pictures that I've seen. I haven't rewatched the movie, so you might get a good view of it in the movie, but I don't want to rewatch it. I will do the pleating again on both of these, so instead of being this long, it'll end up being something like this long on both sides, and then I will decide on which one's going down and which one's going, like which one will be on top and which one will be on the bottom, you know? Okay, so I tried this on. First of all, I was just able to slip it over my head. I didn't even need the zipper. That will come into play later. So this is what we're working with. It's not great. You can very clearly see my feet and part of my leg. So this isn't quite T-length like I feared, but it's pretty close. I also realized that last time I bent over a lot, and by bending over it gives me extra length. Not what's happening right now. It is kind of weird that this part right here is so baggy, whereas the back is very kind of tight. All is not lost. I might have a solution. Here is the place where I attached the top part to the bottom part right here. I think what I'm gonna do is I will probably get rid of the zipper. I will detach the two, and then I will add some extra length in the back so it's not so oddly rucked up. And I will do something about the bunching in the front section. Hers is all laid flat and nice and pretty, and mine is not. Looking back on it, if I'm going to be doing a mock-up, I need to commit to do the mock-up instead of just doing parts of it and being like, it's fine. It's not fine. I'm gonna do a mock-up, do a mock-up. Don't half-ass shit. This isn't gonna look great because I got that, but alright. I think the ruching in the back is about as close as I can get it with the sizing constraints that I have to deal with. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that, and we're going to try the top on now and see how it works with the bottom and where I can attach it. Alright, so I didn't do much with this other than like just separate pieces. But now I have pins, and we're going to see how we can get this to sit properly without having to like remake pieces. So you can see that it's too long. It's entirely too long. Either the top part is too long or the skirt piece comes up too high. We will figure that out. We need to figure out where this can go, where it connects properly, and gives us the shape that we want. I'm thinking as long as it stays here, we're good. Because as long as it stays here, the important parts are covered. So anything after this part is frosting. I'm going to make this part a little bit shorter. I think the best place to start would probably be seeing where this attaches. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. The waistband will be here, like almost fell over. All right, so final thoughts. First of all, the top is entirely too loose. I have to keep adjusting the straps and making sure that I'm decent. I don't even really know how to fix it. I mean, maybe put a dart like here. I'm not sure, but it's something that I would definitely need to work on before I wear this out and about. The ruffles in the back, to get them in the right place, I have to keep pulling them down because they keep wanting to ride up over my butt. What else? For the most part, I like it, but like I said, I don't know the best way to get the top to sit better, and I don't know how I would fix the ruching in the back because, like I said, I don't know. It's very confusing because it's supposed to be tight across the butt, but if I stand perfectly still and I have it in place, it looks great. However, if I move, like at all, they just want to ride up, and I don't know how to make it so that doesn't happen. I know this doesn't quite look exactly accurate. Yeah, I like it. It was a lot more in depth than I was thinking it would be. It took a lot more time and a lot more effort. There was a period where I ran into a snag, and my thought was, oh, I'll put it aside, and I'll work on something else, and then I'll come back to it. And it took me like 3 weeks to come back to it. But when I did, I had it all figured out. So there's that, or I had it as figured out as this dress could give you. I enjoyed this. I look forward to doing another one. Oh, I have an upload schedule now. Up until recently, I've just been kind of like, whatever, or once a week, and that is unsustainable. What I have decided is I am going to try and stick to once every other week. I don't have the next video planned out, so this will be an adventure. I hope you guys enjoyed this little trip with me into make-believe. I don't know. Anyway, this is my Cecilia Tallis from Atonement. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.